Hi, I'm Judy, and this is Judy's Take. So today I wanted to talk about all the purging that the social media companies and other big tech companies have been doing with not only Trump's accounts, but also purging the QAnon and, all the other people, all terrorists, white supremacists, and basically everybody who talks about another kind of insurrection or some kind of violence. And anyways, my take on all this is I'm glad. I'm actually glad that it's happening. And I had posted that, honestly, I believe that it is overdue. Over the years, there has been these discussions back and forth, like, should Google and Facebook and Twitter and all of these other media companies, should they restrict the hateful rhetoric, the propaganda? And there was a lot of discussion back and forth, and some people were, if they start doing that, then what else can they do, and blah 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 blah, and it doesn't set a good precedence because it's gonna look very biased and blah blah blah. Well, how did that work out? So we have now seen how dangerous this rhetoric has become. And, I hear a lot of people sit there and say, well, how can over 70 million people, it's so odd that 70 million people believe the crap that they get fed by Trump and by other very right-wing extremist outlets. And the simple truth to that we never wanted to see, because we never wanted to look biased, is because propaganda was made to stand on equal footing as legitimate sources of information, while the legitimate sources were like, no, this is not factual, here are facts. The ones that were non-factual, that were fake, that were actually fake, that were dangerous, they were like, no, we are fact, and they just want to shut us up. They just want to shut us up. They don't want people to know the truth. It's some deep conspiracy that, the entire planet is in, somehow just on you. Doesn't make sense, but it was held at equal footing. That was my point. This wasn't new. That's the thing. I've heard in over years now, especially the Trump supporters sitting there saying, he better win, for a couple years now, saying he better win or they're going to start a civil war. They were talking about insurrection now for a couple of years. So this is not new, but no one wanted to actually admit it. No one wanted to actually acknowledge that this was a real, very real possibility. And I don't feel bad for those people who are complaining right now. They think that they're getting shut up. You know what? They need to be shut up. They need to be shut down. They need to go crawl into the holes they came from. They need to be put back in the shadows of humanity. They need to be just put away where they belong and stay there. They don't need to be among all of us, because honestly, they are dangerous. What they say really affects the country. But everything that has happened has been happening for years. And we're finally getting to the point where we're like, you know what? Not gonna happen. So I don't feel bad for you guys. I don't. And I've seen, my friends who still have Trump supporter friends sit there and say, oh, well, this is what the libtards are gonna do now. They're gonna take away every last freedom that you have. And it's like, you know what? You keep believing that. Because you wanted to literally install a dictator who wanted to punish anyone and everyone who didn't agree with him. Yeah. So I don't care about your little hissy fits. You deserve to be shut down. And honestly, these companies are private companies. And I know you've heard that, but somehow you still don't want to register it in your head because you like playing the victim. Well, you know what? You're not the victim. When you were cheering on these folks that were literally attacking my damn country, you don't get to claim victimhood. You don't get to ever claim that you're a patriot ever again, or moral, or Christian, or what the hell ever that stands for good. You don't get to claim that. You get to claim yourself as a piece of crap who supports this. But anyways, yeah, they're a private company. And, I heard someone saying that the people sitting here complaining about these tech companies doing this, they are the same people who didn't have a problem with a bakery denying a wedding cake to a gay couple. So you know what? What goes around comes around. That's what you wanted. That's what you'll get. Now it's your turn. You don't like it. Deal with it, right? Deal with it, snowflake. Oh yeah, and guess what? Joe Biden's your president in a few days. So, have a good one. Thanks for listening, you guys.